Tea Party lawmakers will see just how much effect they have had on the battle to cut government spending this week. As the budget battle plays out, we're learning more about a Tea Party affiliated group that says it's against government taking citizens' cash. But critics of the group say that big business is instead taking the cash. Megan Hughes has more on the story.
We're going to bring government back to you.
But make no mistake, anti-big government doesn't mean anti-big business. Andrew Langer is the president of the nonprofit Institute for Liberty.
We focus on small business and entrepreneurship. Sometimes we get into issues that are larger than that with larger businesses.
Critics call him a profiteer who's using the Tea Party anti-regulation mantra to fight against open internet rules.
The folks who are giving so much money to Mr. Langer and others are companies like AT&T and Verizon who are fighting this issue of net neutrality, which may not even be good for consumers.
Langer refuses to disclose who funds his group, but he says Institute for Liberty's efforts, including the open internet debate, are driven by ideology, not dollars.
This idea that there's some sort of a broadband gap in America is a total myth. No one's ever been able to prove that. There is access to the internet everywhere. And the fact is the only way that that is going to continue is if businesses are allowed to reap the benefits from their investments.
At the same time, Langer is in a food fight. He filed a petition supporting Monsanto against restrictions on its pesticide-resistant alfalfa. His institute gathered 8,000 signatures. The New York Times reported several didn't know their names were being used. Some were deceased. Langer says he stands behind the vendor that did it. His critics say it's just another example of grassroots turned AstroTurf.
I think what Andrew Langer has done so brilliantly is he's really co-opted the Tea Party. He said, hey, I can use the Tea Party for my business interests. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that as corporations see if this is a successful strategy.
Bottom line, Melanie Sloan with Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington says it's unclear where the Tea Party as a group stands on a number of these issues because they've been disjointed. She says Langer has been using that to his advantage. Langer argues he's been completely consistent. Megan Hughes, Bloomberg, Washington.